Hey everyone! So I am here with an all new My Top 10 video, which I'm very excited for and I hope you're excited for. It's been a while since I did one because I was so focused on the inclusive emoji campaign, which is still going on. But I am here and I'm back with these My Top 10 videos, and I'm going to have one next week and the week after. So if you want to keep watching these videos, make sure you hit that subscribe button so you can continue watching my top 10 videos as well as all my other videos. So the big question is, what is this week's topic? And if you saw it in the title, you already know. But this week's topic is a debatable one, and it is all about my favorite boy bands. I say it's debatable because there are so many good boy bands that everyone has a favorite or a least favorite, and there's always like a sort of like a war that breaks out between the fans, especially 20 years ago between two boy bands, and they are on this list. In what order, who knows? But I found this list a little difficult, not difficult, but hard to write because as I was writing it, I realized, wait a minute, I really only listen to the top 6 boy bands every day, pretty much. But I do have songs from the bottom 4. So I included them to make this into my top 10 video. Not saying that I'm not a fan of theirs, but I'm just not as a big a fan as I am at the top 6. Make sense? So you're probably like, then why are you making this video? Because it is an important, debatable topic that I want to definitely do. And I love boy bands, been a fan of boy bands, and I just want to do it. Alright? And if you have your own list of boy bands after you watch mine, make sure you comment below yours, and let's have a conversation and a debate on, truthfully, which boy band really deserves to be on my top 10 list. Alright, so are you ready? Because I am. Alright, here we go. I totally just sang one of the boy band songs. Anyways, O-Town, really, I enjoy their music. I really only have one of their songs on my iPod, but they're on this list because I just love the sound of them, and their song All or Nothing is actually one of my favorite songs from a boy band, so that's why they're on the list. And they also follow me on Twitter, which I think is kind of awesome. I don't know how I got them to follow me, but really, who cares? They're following me. But yeah, All or Nothing is definitely one of my top 10 boy band songs, which maybe I'll do another video for that. So yeah, O-Town. BB is kind of like O-Town. Why they're on my list? Because, again, I really have one of their songs on my iPod, and of course it's Back Here, which I think is such a great melody and a great, their voices definitely go perfectly with the song and the lyrics. And did you guys watch when they reunited and redid the song? It was like taking me back to the 90s and the early 2000s, which that is what I love about boy band music, because especially the 90s and the early 2000s ones, because it does take you back to those years, to when I was a child, when I was a little kid, when I was 5 years old. But yeah, BB Mac is definitely on my list because Back Here is another one of my top 10 songs. I'm going to just tell you all my top 10 songs in the top 10 video. Who knew? So yeah, BB Mac is definitely on my list. Now, LFO, I enjoyed 2 other songs, Summer Girls and Girl on TV. And they were also on the Amanda Bynes show. And sadly, we lost 2 of the members due to cancer. And it's just makes you appreciate the music and the boys that were in that group. There were 3 of them. There's only 1 left, which is, and I believe he's trying to keep the LFO spirit alive. And but it's just bittersweet because when you hear those songs and you hear them singing or rapping, consider rapping to them. I don't know. It makes you think about Devin and Rich, who passed away to a terrible disease, and definitely need to, yeah. I really don't have any more words but I love their songs. Girl on TV, I mean, and their songs are catchy. I always remember when Disney Channel showed music videos, and I think they showed Summer Girls, and it was always fun to dance to. So, LFO. Now, New Kids on the Block. I wasn't a huge fan when I was younger, because it's really, I think they were from the 80s boy bands. But as I got older, I actually started understanding the um, the thrill and the attractiveness of New Kids on the Block. And it really hit me when they did the tour with Backstreet Boys. They became NKOTBSB. Took me a long time to get that into one. And I realized, wow, I like a few of their songs. And then they were also on Fuller House. Their Fuller House version of the Beach Boys. And again, it's just, and I like Donnie Wahlberg. I like the Wahlberg family. And so, New Kids on the Block is on this list because, and it's higher than the other 3 because I actually enjoy some of their music, not realizing I did, and laugh when they joke with each other. And have you guys listened to their new song or watched their video, Boys in the Band? If you haven't, you have to go do that because it's hilarious. They pay tribute to all the boy bands over the years, and it's great. And Lance Bass is in it. And some of the other boy bands are in it too. Fun song. Fun song. So, New Kids on the Block, keep doing what you're doing. Five. Now, not many people probably heard of this group, but if you watch Disney Channel and watch Smart House, you definitely have. Slam dunk the funk. I'm not gonna do the dance because I really can't do the dance, but they're like, you know. But yeah, 5. I actually remember when I first realized that I liked them. It was, I think there was when, again, Disney Channel used to show music videos all the time, and they were doing Slam Dunk the Funk, and they were doing the dance moves, and I was like, oh, I like them. And then I picked my favorite. I don't remember which one was my favorite, and my sister picked one of her. We never liked the same guy in any of these boy bands. Okay, a couple of them we did. But yeah, 5 I listen to all the time. Slam Dunk the Funk, Until Time Is Through, Remember Then, If We're Getting Down, Baby. And I think another song. But yeah, if you haven't heard of 5, make sure you check them out because they are actually back together, but they're not 5 anymore. Like, they still call themselves 5, but there's only 3 guys in the group now. I don't know what happened to the other 2. Now, the Jonas Brothers, I don't know if they're really considered a boy band, but for this video, they are. And I mean, honestly, at the beginning, I wasn't a huge Joe Bro fan. Like, I didn't really get it. But I then got it. I don't know what made it click. But the Joe Bros are three brothers and the Jonas Brothers. And they were just always fun. Another Disney Channel group. And it was just, they always had a fun time with each other. But you could always tell who the lead singers were. Nick and Joe, obviously. And Kevin was the older brother, and he was there with his younger brothers. And I'm so happy that they reunited this year because it was needed. We needed the Joe Bros back. And Sucker is such a great song. I haven't watched Chasing Happiness yet, but I'm gonna watch that this weekend, I hope, as well as buy their new CD. Um, so the Joe Bros will always have a place in my heart, and they will always be one of my top 10 video boy bands, even though if they probably don't consider themselves as a boy band, but I do. Sorry, boys, but you are. Now, Youngstown is another group that I don't think really made it huge like some of the other boy bands have. And I don't think they exactly like being called a boy band. Like, I don't think LFO did either. But that's what they were. They were a boy band. But I loved Youngstown. I remember literally the day my sister and her friend introduced me to Youngstown. Like, I remember being in the backseat in the car while they were in one of the stores buying their CD, and my sister sat in the front row, and her friend sat next to me and took out the CD and showed it to me and made me choose which boy I thought was the cutest, and I obviously chose Dallas. And they were happy that I chose Dallas, and it was like from there it grew. My love for them grew. And again, they were also on Disney Channel. They sang a lot of the theme songs for Disney and Disney Channel movies. Like, I'll Be Your Everything in Inspector Gadget. Youngstown did it. The show Famous Joe Jackson? They did the theme song for that show. And the movie Genius, where the kid is a genius, but he pretends he's not, and he goes to a regular high school, and it's a hockey. Well, they did a song in that movie too. So it was just always fun listening to them. And then one of my best friends and I actually created a dance move to Whenever You Need Me. Like, whenever you need me. Alright, I forgot the rest. I remember the actual dance move. If I listen to the song, maybe I could get her on this channel and we'll do it for you. Probably not, but maybe. So yeah, if you haven't heard of Youngstown, please go check them out. They deserve the recognition just like all the other boy bands do. They're talented, attractive, and the songs were always catchy. And so, yeah. Youngstown needs the same recognition as the other boy bands. They really do. Now, 98 Degrees. My favorite song of theirs was obviously Because of You. And it was always played on Disney Channel. See, Disney Channel was so much better in the 90s and early 2000s. What happened? And MTV, but also True to Your Heart, because with the song they did with Stevie Wonder, because it was the end credit song for Milan, and I love that song, and I love the music video. So Youngstown, 98 Degrees. I'm still over Youngstown because I still believe they should get the same recognition. But 98 Degrees I love because it was it was half family, half best friends, and the two brothers, Nick and Drew Lachey, and then their friends Jeff and Justin. It was just a great group. They sang harmonies perfectly. It was just a lot of fun watching them enjoy what they were doing. And I loved Drew. My sister loved Nick. I think it was an younger brother, older sister, younger sister thing going on back then. I really don't know. I don't really remember why, but I just loved Drew, the way he wore the baseball cap backwards. I mean, Nick did it too, but just the way Drew did it was a lot better. Sorry, Nick. Sorry. But my favorite songs again was Because of You, True to Your Heart, I Still is a really good romantic song. My Everything, and other songs. I really do like the 98 Degrees and have other songs in mind, but I can't think of them at the moment. So yes, 98 Degrees is definitely one of my favorites. I listen to them almost every day. Like literally. I listen to at least one of their songs every day. So the Backstreet Boys are number 2. I know a lot of you are like, what? They're number 2? What is this nonsense? I have an explanation. So I love the Backstreet Boys, but when I was younger, I technically wasn't allowed to like them because of who my number 1 is. It was a huge battle between the number 1, my number 1 top band, and the Backstreet Boys. So I didn't really, but I did sneak their Black and Blue album in my CD case, and so really, I was a fan of theirs, but a secret fan, and really, it was 2005 when their CD Never Gone came out that I was really full-blown turned into a Backstreet Boy fan. So that's really why they're number 2. I'm sorry for all you Backstreet Boy fans out there, but I love their relationship together, and I love, again, his family. Ryan and Kevin are cousins, and all their friends, and you could tell that they love each other. And they're not afraid to argue with one another. I mean, did you guys watch their show What You're Made Of documentary? They're so real, which I think is why everyone loves them so much, and they're not afraid to show it. And they're not afraid to act like kids, and they have so many great songs. I Want It That Way is their number 1 hit of all time. My favorite song, I think Never Gone is definitely one of my favorite CDs of all time, and I literally know the words to every single song on that CD, so Never Gone will always play true to my heart. Wow, I totally threw another 98 Degrees there. Because of the meaning behind all the songs in it, and there's some personal reasons as well. But I also love their newest CD, DNA. Great, different. Every song is different and is perfect to the Backstreet Boys name. But yeah, Backstreet Boys, definitely one of my favorites, and will forever be one of my favorites. And yeah, Backstreet Boys. Don't hurt me, Backstreet Boy fans. Now, Nsync. Yes, I'm sorry, Backstreet Boy fans, but Nsync will always be my number one. It's just who I am. Nsync will always be my number one boy band because I went to their concert when I was younger with my cousin and our moms, and I had their posters all over my wall, and every song they did I loved. This I Promise You is definitely, I have to say, my number one favorite song by them. And Tearing Up My Heart, God Spent a Little Time on You. And I also love their Home for Christmas CD because I listen to it every Christmas. I even listen to it throughout the year because their harmonies, their excitement for the holiday is amazing, and it's just great. I love Nsync. I love Justin Timberlake. Justin was definitely my favorite member of the group, but I'm angry at him because he's the reason they broke up. Justin, why'd you gotta do that to us? But there's still hope that maybe they'll get back together and do a tour. I mean, I am happy that they reunited in 2013, even if it was only for a minute. Come on, people, it was either a minute or nothing at all. They'll be happy they gave us a minute. And then their Walk of Fame ceremony last year was amazing. And they went on Ellen, which was, again, amazing. And I also want to thank Ariana Grande for getting them together to sing at your Coachella headliner. Thank you. Even though Justin wasn't there, it still was amazing. Now, Nsync, again, will forever be number one because I have so many memories of Nsync. I created an Nsync club in elementary school. It lasted a day, but still, we made it a club. And I remember when I used to be in a stander, my sister and her best friend would put the CD on, their first CD, and teach me the dance moves to Tearing Up My Heart, God Must Spend Time on You, so I have a lot more memories with Nsync than number 2, Backstreet Boys, which is why number 1 will forever be Nsync. Plus, we had birthday cakes for Nsync. We had a birthday party with Nsync theme party, and just recently, my birthday this year, we had an Nsync related birthday cake. It will forever be number 1. I'm sorry, Backstreet Boy fans again, but Nsync will always be number 1 in my heart. So there we have it. I know this is a long video, but it is one of my favorite topics to discuss, boy bands, and I just love them. Love the boy band, forever and always. And I'm also sorry to the Directioners. I did not include One Direction. Sorry. Not really, but I'm sorry. Not really. But anyways, I hope you enjoyed this video. And if you watched to the end, thank you. And again, remember to subscribe to my channel. And comment below if you have a different list. And if you really want to have a debate between who is your top 10 favorite boy bands of all time and not. I know there's going to be a lot of people who disagree with my list. But hey, that's why we all have different opinions, right? Alright, so next week I'm going to have another My Top 10 video, so stay tuned for that. But have a great weekend, and thank you for watching.